Yo, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Good to see you again. We got a matchup against my local friend, the Kyle Bailey. The man, the myth, the legend. It's a running joke. And looks like he wins the dice roll. He's going to take second here, but we're playing up against Queen. And I tell him that I had arguably like the worst match, or the worst hand for this matchup. And as you can see, you know, we're showing a little bit of our midriff over here on the right side because we are dressed up as Luffy for a Halloween party that I had on this Friday. And let me tell you, that belly is out in full force. But yeah, this ends up being a pretty good match. There was some there was some shenanigans at the end that I was like, yo, no way, that's crazy. But it's definitely one that I wanted to upload because I thought it was a lot of fun. But we do just pass on turn 1, and he's going to go over to his own turn 1 and pass as well, I believe. Yeah, and we're just going to go up to the coveted 3, you know, the sacred 3 Dawn. Now, I could just play the Fukuro or like the Tashigi from hand if I wanted to, and it looks like that's what we're going to do. We're going to play Tashigi and pass it over. Letting him go up to 4 Dawn here. This could be some times where we see like a 3-cost blocker Dofi or something, but we do end up just seeing the Sanji. It's a little bit of an annoying card, but this early in the game, not too bad, especially with you know, us getting to a point where we'll be on curve for playing Sakazuki. And I'll just go ahead and swing 6 though. He's considering whether he wants to activate it, and he does trash a 10-drop Kaido, picking up the Cracker from life. And I really like the fact that he uses Cracker in this list, because I feel like the vast majority of times you are going to be at a lower life than your opponent. But he does use that Cracker double attack to go for life here. I'm considering whether I want to counter out or not, and I think I do just choose to take this and go down to 2 life. I kind of don't mind going down to 2 simply because it does give me some more cards in hand, but also simultaneously it's just nice to kind of lower the effect of Yamato later on in the game, not having like the ability to KO some of my top end cards. And now yeah, I think Sakazuki's looking pretty good here, and then maybe swinging 7 into Cracker. So Sakazuki definitely KOing the Sanji, and we will get the leader ability as well as attaching the other one and swinging 7 into the Cracker. So we get a nice little board wipe there, passing it back over. But we are getting to a point where it's kind of scary. He's up at, I believe, at 8 Dawn now. And at 8 Dawn, you know, it starts to get a little weary. I'm like, uh-oh, this isn't good. You know, he could potentially play the Katakuri, bounce back the Sakazuki, kind of lowering down some of the pressure that I had. And I correct his leader right there because he still had it rested. But the Perona does set up the top of the deck a little bit for him. And with 7 Dawn remaining, he is going to swing 6 into life. I will just give him a pretty easy 2k counter with a Tashigi. And now he is thinking about whether he wants to use... It looks like he has Red Rock. Yeah, so he does just Red Rock the Sakazuki. Definitely lowers down that pressure a bit, but I'm not super worried about it at the moment. We've got him at 3 life right now. I would love to be aggressive this turn. That's why the Sakazuki did feel a little unfortunate having it bottom decked, but I think we might be able to set up some, you know, some blockers here. We also might be able to play just another Sakazuki from hand. And excuse me, but we do play brand new. Looking at the cards, we could pick up Kobe or Borsalino, but definitely going to take that Borsalino. I think this is just like a blocker round. You know, get some blockers down, have some you know, KO ability for the following turn. I actually really like the idea of just putting down Borsalino and then another Tashigi to have some reduction for any of the 9-cost cards that come down. But I don't know. It's a It's an odd situation, but we'll just use Kaku, trying to bait out a card, you know, potentially from his hand to get that removed, and then that way I can play down Sakazuki a little more comfortably. And now, with 2 Dawn remaining, I think we might just go, yeah, we might just go 7 to life here, forcing him to take that, which, I mean, it's not a force, it's just, I would imagine he takes this over dropping 2 cards from hand. With the 1 Dawn active, I don't think it would have been that bad of an idea to swing, you know, Tashigi into the queen, but knowing that 9 cost is more than likely coming down, it feels like queen swinging 6 into Tashigi is just an automatic KO on that. And I'd rather just give up the 2k in hand versus losing the card. But 6 at life, we will just see a counter out here. I don't think it would have been as bad, though, to put down Borsellino and Tashigi. I like, you know, using Kaku's ability, but, you know, 9 cost just kind of removes it. But instead of 9 cost, we see 2 Doflamingos and a Boa blocker. Now, this is where I said at the very beginning of the game that there was like a little bit of shenanigans. He ended up getting really good cards in this Doflamingo top deck, or the, you know, setting up the top of the deck. He got, I think it was like 2 9-cost Yamatos and 2 Capone Beige, and so he was able to set up a lot of the Capone Beige and the 9-cost Yamatos into his hand. And now I have to, you know, I got to play around that, and I also have so many blockers to try and get through, which is extremely annoying. And I would have loved to see a 10 cost this game. I feel like 10 cost right here just would have been insane. Just having that ability to remove all the 9 costs once they come down very easily would have been so nice. But we're gonna swing 6 to life. He does think about activating the trigger. He does get Cracker, trashing the Gum Gum Rain. I know that Cracker is going to be really annoying now that he is at a lower life count as well. But we do just go ahead and KO the Cracker using the Sakazuki. Get to attach another Dawn, and I can just go 6 to life here. Hopefully we get a blocker out of it, but I mean, we look great right now. We look great. Like there's not really much that we need to be super concerned by, but I do choose to go 5 with the brand new. And he uses Capone Beige on the leader, so now I can't swing with that. I am considering whether I want to swing with Tashigi or not, but it's just not really worth it. I'm trying to save it for being able to subtract some of the bigger cards. But we do see the Yamato taking out brand new there. And then a 6-cost swing probably going into Kaku here. And yeah, we will just counter out of that. But he's back up to 2 life again when we had him down, you know, so bit rough. A bit rough, and I know that, you know, with him being able to set up some of his life, I might have more blockers to deal with. I don't have enough, oh, excuse me, I do have enough reduction to KO this Yamato. Ooh, I chose to go a bit of a different route. I don't know. I don't hate it, but I think we could have just played Suru and then used Tashigi ability and KO'd the Yamato. It would have forced him to get another 9 cost. But look at that. Capone Beige does stop the... I believe it's the leader swing that he stops here. And then I was about to swing with Sakazuki, and I was like, oh, wait, I just played that. I was like, that's my bad. But yeah, with 4 Dawn left, I think we just play the Borsellino here. Yep. We just play the Borsellino and pass it over. I do have a lot of swings, but I've got 3 blockers to get through, only 2 life, and there's another 9-cost Yamato. He is going to get to heal 1 for that, and then we'll see another 6 into Kaku. I'm just thinking about it to myself, and I'm like, dude, I have no cards in hand. I got no, like, 1 blocker on board. I was like, yeah, I have multiple swings, but there's just no shot that I'm going to be able to get through 3 blockers this turn and go for game. So it's like, do I survive, you know, a few turns afterwards? I'm thinking about whether I want to counter out of the Kaku, and I choose to do so, and then I block with the Borsellino. Little little risky, and by risky I mean a little silly. I think we just automatically lose the game now. Especially because I don't think that we top decked a blocker, but maybe I'm wrong. I can't really see it too well. Yeah, because the following turn, we're just going to have Yamato, leader, and then that's just game. But, yeah, it definitely hurt a lot having him get the 2 Capone Veggies off the top and then the 2 Yamatos as well. But we will just swing 9, and there's the 3rd Capone Veg that he got into hand. And then we'll swing 9 again. This is just going to force a block. Yeah. I was like, I can swing life, but it's not really gonna do me much here. I was like, I'm pretty much just dead in the water. I think we choose to go, yep, 9 again, get another block out of the way, and a 6 at life. He does take, and then we'll just pass. It's not looking good at all. I mean, yeah, he's got 3 swings. There's no chance that we just live through this. We are going to see a 7k swing. I do take. A 9k swing. I do take. And then I just show him that my last 2 life were the shanks. So not much you could do there. But yeah, it felt like we were in a commanding position for the you know, start and mid game. And then the I guess it was just like the 2 9 costs and the Capone Veg from Doflamingo were just absolutely brutal. And I was trying to see that Sabo for quite some time. You know, getting the Kuzan bottom decked also didn't help. 10 cost would have really, really killed it that game, but just sadly couldn't draw into it. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about the match. And other than that, I'll catch y'all in the next one, alright? Peace.